Okay, so we made our walkthrough, we placed the path, we did the heights, we pointed all the cameras in the right direction. So now we want to basically look at some of the other options we have here. So if we select this again, we go to edit walkthrough. You have a couple options. If you're in the properties here, properties here, over on the left-hand side, I'm going to make these a little bit bigger as you scroll through. There's lots of things you can change about the walkthrough itself. I'm specifically going to point out the other down here, rest of 300. I think this is the walkthrough frames. So you can change the total number of frames that this does and change the frame rate. And that'll tell you what the total time is. So if I wanted to make this 600 frames, right, it's going to do that accordingly and say 15 frames per second. It's basically going to, I think that will apply. Yeah, so until I hit apply, will it adjust and it kind of moves everything over the same amount. But now this is 60 seconds long. So more frames would slow it down unless I increased the frame rate. If I increase the frame rate, say 24 frames per second, again, apply. Now it's 25 seconds long. That feels kind of long, and honestly, I don't need it to be that long. I want it to move through a little more quickly. So I'm going to change this to maybe 250 and apply it. So it's 10 seconds at 24 frames per second. And 24 frames per second is kind of fluid motion as far as our eyes are concerned. If we're going for kind of an animated GIF kind of thing, you can get away with 10, 15. That'll be fine. I'll also give you a smaller file size in the end. If you want to get fancy with it, if there are certain parts you want to speed up, slow down, you can uncheck this uniform speed and you work with the accelerator here. If you wanted this to be maybe half speed during that section, it'll slow it down and it'll basically slow it down in that section and pick it up for the rest of it. And it's all proportional, all starting at 1.0. So let's say that keeps that section slower. So let's say I'm happy with that. Okay. Now, where do I put this? File, export, scroll down here to images and animations, walkthrough. You're going to get some options here. One last place to adjust either all the frames or some of the frames, to adjust your frame rate. And again, it'll show you the total amount of time. You can change the dimensions. It can also change the visual style. I'd recommend that basically the higher quality you go, the longer time to do. Rendering is the highest quality, and that takes into account light and shadow and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to go realistic. That's all I need to do there. Click OK. And it brings you to a place to save it somewhere. So here's the thing. You have a couple versions. The default is to come in as an AVI video file, but you could also do JPEGs, TIFFs, bitmaps. But keep in mind, if you do JPEGs, there's 300 frames. So, or 300 by default, I did 250. That will make 250 JPEGs and save that wherever it goes. So then I saw a GIF and I thought, oh, perfect. I'll make a GIF out of it. It'll be animated. That's what I wanted to use anyway. Nope. That makes 250 one-frame GIFs. I don't know why you'd want to do that. So again, Revit 2021, Autodesk, if you're listening, I want to export as a GIF, like animated, put it all together, if at all possible. So decide where you want it. Video file might be the easiest. There's other ways to turn that into a GIF with WeVideo and other editors. And then you save that wherever you want to save it. I'm going to throw it on my desktop, save. And again, this might take a little bit of time. Video compression, yeah, you have some options here. This might take a little bit of time depending on the quality of the thing. So you might want to do this while you have some downtime in between while it thinks about it.